Hello YouTube and hello Ninth Age. This is Charles with Evershade Gaming, and I'm bringing you another Ninth Age Battle Report. I'm joined here today by the wonderful, the amazing, the awesome Maxwell Laporta.
Keep going.
He's beautiful, he's handsome, he's got one of the best beards I've ever seen.
Thank you, Charles. Thank you.
And he was my doubles partner at Buckeye Battles.
Oh, yeah. And we had quite a good time, didn't we?
Well, we rocked it. Actually, we ended up doing decently.
Yeah.
Even though the games...
It felt like a rough start.
Probably the most stressful doubles tournament I've ever done, though.
It was high stress, and it shouldn't have been. We still,
Yeah. We even drank a lot, too. We drank so much that first game.
Oh, yeah.
I know, I
seriously did. We were going through a few beers each, with Jeremy being so gracious and free with his hard ciders.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, it was a great time.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, you want to just kind of dive right on into this before we start with this?
Yeah, let's look at the list. So, I took Empire Sunstone.
Oh, yeah. And then I had Saurian Ancients accompaniment to this.
So, I had a Prelate with the Obsidian Rock and Bronze Breastplate, and then a Wizard with 4 spells from Pyromancy, Shielding Scroll, and the Red Ring.
And then to kind of run around and do some damage as well as support, we had a Veteran on a Raptor with the Jade Staff. He was kitted out for a 1-up, 5-up with a Great Weapon as well. So
that guy was dope.
Pretty strong, bro, and then can possibly get a regen off on.
I think it's really interesting that Cowboys are still a thing and they're still really good.
They made them really expensive, but yeah, they're still potent and probably worth their points.
They still kick ass.
It's one of the harder hitting things in the Saurian Ancients books right now. So that's always good.
So for my core, I was taking 30 heavy infantry, full command, and they were just running sword and board. Then I had 2 things of 5 knights with musicians, shield and lances, and
purely
then
for scoring.
Yeah, purely for scoring, and then a cannon and an arcane engine, which I actually forgot to put up on here, but I had an arcane engine.
And then for my side, I was bringing a big old Cayman Scrox unit, 30 skinks, 3 Cayman. I'm pretty sure they had full command. And then there's a Thyroscutus to give some poison around to either the bigger blocks, 2 Spearbacks for some solid shooting platforms, and then 2 Jungle Swarms just as basic chaff.
And the whole thing about this list is we put the Prelate in with the Skinks because we were allied.
Yep.
So he was giving them hatred. Really, he was giving the Caymans hatred because the Caymans with hatred were killing it.
I think we're missing one thing from
We're missing the Arcane Engine. I mentioned it. I just mentioned it, yeah.
So that really, along with the Thyroscutus, was super buff.
It was the distracting Arcane Engine, which is honestly, I feel like that's the way you should go.
And they also had parry, and then it's just a lot of attacks with poison.
Yeah.
Magic res coming from the Prelate, along with the hatred.
That was so good too, yeah. And then you get the prayers off on that unit too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was just
a board save on Skinks.
Oh, I know. It was pretty crazy, for sure.
Game 1, we played a Vermin, Swarm, and Beaster list, 2014 Buckeye Legends.
Yeah, this was Jake motherfucking Murphy and Jeremy Schweitzer. Some good friends we've known for quite a while now on the circuit. But yeah, they were bringing Vermin Swarms and their Beast Herds. Looks like a Dreadmill, Plague Furnace with all the Plague Brotherhood, some Ratted Arms, and then a Lightning Cannon coming from the Vermin Swarms.
And then Beast Herds were just 2 ammunition units. One was 12, one was 11. A Beast Giant, a Gortok, 3 minnows with great weapons, the Beast Lord on a Razor Tusk.
Yeah, the Beast Lord.
Yeah, so pretty... it was actually, I thought it was a good army.
Yeah, it was solid. Very imposing to, try to deal with.
So looking at deployment, he put... I think they dropped a lot of stuff to go first.
They dropped everything wanting to go first.
Yeah, so they...
we just tried to stay away from the Plague Furnace as best we could.
Yeah. So he's got the Beast Giant on the left, he's got the Plague Furnace unit, then he's got his small Ratted Arms in the middle, his Chariot Lord was on the hill. This is actually after their turn 1 movement. I kind of missed a pick. He's got the Gortok on the right.
Yeah, they were just kind of pushing up as far as they could while still maintaining some protection. They had their Doom Wheel kind of running into the wall or into the side of the board to
Dreadmill, take drink. Actually, the Dreadmill went too far turn 1, which was really great. Remember they were trying to go like it went like 16 inches or something like that.
Yep, and gave us a charge potential, I think.
So this is how we just boxed in the corner. So we were trying to protect ourselves from the ambushers. So we just had knights on either side. The 2 blocks were next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Both like the buff monster, the buff wagon were behind the lines, spearback behind the lines, and the cannons. There's actually a forest right there, right? I think the middle units are all in a forest or something like that.
Yeah, there was some sort of terrain piece there. I think we just removed
it didn't really matter because it's not like anyone's taking DTs later on. So
right, we're not charging.
We just boxed in the corner. So turn 1 for Triple B. Got a charge with the Knights on the Dreadmill.
Yeah, the Dreadmill getting there gave us a fairly decent charge, and we took that. Once that was in the flank, we moved up with everything else we had.
Yeah, I don't think we really. I mean, we just we kind of were far enough away that we could move up from the furnace. So yeah, we're really just moving up a little bit.
Moving up now that we didn't have to mess with the Dreadmill.
Yeah.
And then we were able to chaff the Gortak as well. With
We put the skinks in front of the Gortak to chaff him. In combat with the Dreadmill, the Knights beat it pretty easily. I think they just did 2 wounds. And
just broke it in combat, I think.
Yeah.
Didn't kill it or anything. Just had it run off the table.
So 2014 Buckeye Legends. This is actually their turn 2. Again, their deployment picture is their first turn. It was a little sloppy on the pictures there.
Just moving up everything. They moved the Gortak back because actually we did a few wounds to it with those chameleons.
Yeah, it only has 1 wound at this point.
Yep.
We almost killed it with the chameleons. We needed to roll. We actually rolled 2 poisons. I rolled it randomly.
Yeah,
we were kind of switching units all game. I rolled 2 poisons and then I rolled like 3 more hits and I couldn't get 1 more poison or 1 more 6.
Yeah, it was a shame.
But it was out of the game for the rest of the thing.
Yeah, which was nice.
Yeah. We chaffed the Gortak with those chameleon skinks.
Yep.
But he actually had a charge with the Minotaurs.
Yeah, he had line of sight.
That he did. So he put the Minotaurs in. They killed a bunch of them. There was 1 left that escaped.
Yeah.
And they whipped them in combat. So
and just the Gortak moved back.
And then his ambushers came on.
Yeah. Was that both of them came on? It looks like.
Yeah. And then the lightning cannon misfired turn 1 too, which was nice.
Yeah. He had some poor luck with that all game.
Yeah.
So then with these Wild Horns, they threw some throwing weapons, did a few wounds to jungle swarms. And then it comes to our turn, turn 2 for Triple V. Him having to pursue with the Minotaur, that gave us a pretty decent flank for this Cayman unit, Scrox unit to get into them. Kind of get some revenge for them killing all the chameleons. So we get that pretty easy. Wasn't a very far charge.
Yeah.
And then we actually do a double charge into this Wildhorn unit with Strength 5 Knights and then also the poison-giving swarms.
So we didn't really move up that much because now we've got all the ambushers on. So we turn to face with some things to get rid of them. We're still kind of like we're trying to use that 1 block to hold up that beast giant. It's still a really long charge for the Plague Furnace. Really hoping to break those Wild Horns with the Knights and the Swarms.
Mm-hmm. And then we forgot to mention this is going to be a capture the flag scenario. So we have picked a few of their units for scoring. I think we chose we
chose the Rat-at-Arms, the Minotaurs, and I think we had to choose the Plague Furnace. I think that was only a scoring unit.
Or was it this?
No, that's right. We chose the Wild Horn.
That's that we charged into. Yeah. And then they chose both of our Knight units, and then I think, was it the Halberdiers?
Actually, they chose the Halberdiers, the Cayman unit with the Skinks, and one of the Knights.
And one of the Knights.
And they chose the right Knights, basically.
Yeah.
In the Magic phase, we put Flaming Sword on the Swordsman, just to deter the Giant, I guess.
Yeah, I think just in case they got ballsy with him.
And then actually, the shooting phase, I think we put 2 wounds on the Giant. That's probably what we shot at with the cannon.
Oh, yeah. We figured why go for the Plague Furnace when we could probably do more wounds here.
So we put a couple wounds on the Giant. Put 6 wounds on this unit.
Spearbacks just tried to blow through these guys. I think they just passed their panic check.
They did pass the panic check.
So that was unfortunate.
Yeah.
Bye-bye cannon.
And then in the combat phase, we have no problem killing the Minotaur. Or we won't kill the Minotaurs all the way. One has 1 wound left.
Yeah, which I think was just a lot of poor rolls, too.
Yeah, you rolled really badly.
And then instead of trying to chase it down, we just let it go.
Yeah. Well, we had to.
Yeah, had to turn back toward.
Well, because his Gortak would have had a flank charge.
I wouldn't be worried about that.
And then this was pretty bad. So the Knights go in, and they just...
I don't think you did any wounds.
I whiffed everywhere.
Yeah.
Between the horses and the Knights, I do 0 wounds. I think you did a couple poisons.
Yeah, I must have.
Because I think he's down a couple models.
Literally 2 models.
Yeah, so you did 2 poisons. They did more wounds back to us.
And then we just stuck there.
And actually, I think it was a tie combat.
Yeah, which was horrible.
Yeah.
So then go into their turn. They rallied the Minotaur that we let flee. Gets his giant into our swarms.
Yes.
Which is kind of unfortunate.
Actually, we need to go back a little bit.
For what?
So, unfortunately, the Beast Knight declared a charge on the heavy infantry
First.
and they failed their terror test.
And fled straight off the board. I think it was a leader 8, right? Rerollable?
I think it was just leader 7. I don't think the prelate was near enough. And I don't think it was rerollable. I think that was the problem.
Yeah. Yikes.
I think you rolled the leadership test.
I
too.
did. I rolled it. And it was rerollable.
Oh,
for
was?
sure. Yeah. And I
Mm.
failed it both times.
Yeah.
That was rough. That was a lot of points right off the board. And then the giant gets into the swarms.
Yes,
And then
yeah.
we're kind of where we're at right now.
So, and then the game's looking really good for them.
Yeah, losing that right off the bat really sucked.
And then nothing really else. And then he charged with his wild horns and the cannon, but the cannon stuck. It was amazing.
That's right.
The cannon did 3 wounds, and they only did 2, I think, because I think it might have had a wound from the throwing weapons.
Right.
It just stuck, just held. It was great. It was beautiful.
And then things down south aren't going so well either. That giant easily crunches up the swarms, and then the knights, I think, just end up
They
fleeing,
flee,
right?
yeah. They get away, but yeah, they flee, and then he actually ends up getting his
Those wild horns
his
into
wild
our
horns in
bunker.
the wizard bunker, which was not good.
No bueno.
Thyro's coming. And the Thyro ran off the board too when this heavy infantry broke. But the one shining star from all this got to charge the arcane engine of the cannon.
Yeah. No, into
the beast giant.
the beast
Except
giant.
the cannon.
And
the
then
beast giant, yeah.
the spearbacks get into the wild horn herd and clean those guys up and save the cannon, leaving 1 wound left on it.
And the arcane engine kills the beast giant.
The beast giant.
But it doesn't get out of the charge arc, unfortunately, of the rat unit.
Not far enough. This poor cannon, still not doing anything, just kind of sitting in the corner. All sad. Blowing itself up and stuff.
Yeah, just
Missing. Oh, yeah, this guy got aced.
I mean, how is it not going to die to that thing?
1 round to combat.
The wizard rallied.
Yeah, so the wizard they let go as they go into the cannon to finish it off. But the wizard does end up rallying and then
Casts a whole bunch of fire magic.
Right, we're just trying to get rid of these wild horns because at this point we need to kill this 1 wild horn unit to tie them on objective points.
Yes.
So we turn everything we can onto these guys for this final turn.
Even the spearbacks.
And even the spearbacks, and just try to light these guys up.
I did a 3d6 fireball at them too.
Yeah, 3d6 fireball. Fairly
like 10 wild horns.
It was a great amount of shots too from the spearbacks.
Yeah, you rolled like 16 hits or something like that, and you only did like 3 wounds.
It was pathetic.
It was really bad all around.
So this is the end of game shot essentially. 2 guys in his wild horn unit still left.
Yep.
That plague unit pretty much untouched.
It looks like the Minotaur's still alive right there.
Yeah, he has him on 1 wound, and he has the Gortak on 1 wound.
So actually, I don't even know how we could have even got close then with the objectives.
To what?
To tie an objective. I don't know what we were trying to do then.
We'll have to figure that out.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we lost this game.
Yeah,
it's a 15-5.
Well, a 15-5.
So
a bit unfortunate losing the Halberdiers and the Thyroskudis to the panic checks, but it was a really fun game. Kind of a interesting start. Now we got some cooking with gas we got to do to make up for it.
Yes, that's very true. Game 2 of Buckeye Battles Doubles was against Los Dos Dice Fondlers.
They're good buddies Neil Hamilton, and actually his
good buddy.
I can't quite remember his name.
I can't remember his name either.
James?
I want to say it was like Alex.
All right. Sorry, bud.
Eric. We'll call him Los Dos number 1.
Los Dos number 1 and number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, fun game. They're bringing Dread Elves and Saurian Ancients. And then, so going through this, the Dread Elves, Neil was bringing an assassin with the Midnight Cloak, pretty deadly guy. He also had a few poisons on him, I think.
He had the Nightshade poison.
And then we have a captain on a Raptor Chariot with the red ring, kind of scary. 23 Corsairs with full command and paired weapons, a Hydra, and 12 Dancers of Yama.
And then the story agents had a cowboy. I can't remember what it was saying. Actually, he didn't have a cowboy.
He didn't have a cowboy. He had a foot guy.
He had a foot guy. That's right. He had the 25 swords of veteran on foot, a Taurosaur, a Thyroscus, the Sun Engine.
25 swords.
And then two separate spearbacks.
The 2 separate spearbacks.
That's my bad. He didn't have a cowboy. I don't know why I thought he had.
This is a shot of deployment here.
So it was counter thrust for deployment.
So, just going back and forth with this. We kind of still kept the same center with our swordsman and Cayman Scrox units there.
Yeah, this is actually just third pick. We have another pick of our deployment. It's a little bit better. So he's got the 25 Corsairs on the left. He's got 2 monsters in the middle. He's got his big Saurus block in the middle. His Hydra to the right. This is also after their turn 1. Again, I was lazy with turn 1 picks. And then his dancers and his spearbacks are on our right.
Yep.
And then for our deployment, we had the jungle swarms on the left with the spearbacks going against the Corsairs. He also had you can see his Raptor chariots on the hill up there. That was all the way on the left. And then again, our middle with the swordsman and the big Cayman skink unit, and then the buff monster wagon behind it, and then cannon to the right, and then knights on the right.
Yeah, we had both the knights on the right there, and then the wizard
skink units on the right too with the wizard. Yep.
Yep.
I actually really liked our deployment.
Yeah, I thought we had a pretty solid start here.
Yeah,
keeping the wizard out of any harm.
I feel like they had a small +1 to go first or something like that.
It might have been.
So, and then these are the 2 scouting units. They ended up, the assassin went with the Corsairs. The skinks just went on our right. There was no good place for anyone to put the stuff.
Yep.
So, Triple B turn 1. We barely moved.
Yeah, I think we chaffed up the Corsairs on the left with the snake swarms.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow lost some.
We charged the spearback with some knights.
Oh, that's what it was.
So on their previous magic phase, all they have is 2 red. Actually, now think about how can they have? No, they can't. That's what Thyroscutus has the spell.
The Thyroscutus has the spell,
and then he's got the red ring on his cap.
That are both given pyroclastic flow.
So they did a few wounds of the cannon, and this is also a picture of us chaffing the Hydra with some knights.
Yep.
So on the Los Dos Dice Funnelers turn 1, the knights flee from terror, and then the Hydra gets into the cannon.
So this is sad. Of course, it's going to beat the cannon and just overrun into our 4 old knights. He charges the snake swarms, and we just sit there, of course. And then this is the Hydra running off the board edge after capturing all the shit.
So Triple B turn 2.
Yeah, it looks like the Corsairs, of course, beat those snake swarms. I think this is maybe after we do our movement.
Yeah, I think so. This is after movement.
So we chaff up the Corsairs with those spearbacks.
And then the skinks move up to shoot at the spearback, the one spearback that's alive still.
And somehow, our wizard, I think he blew up his own unit or something.
Yeah, he almost killed himself, yeah.
And spearback, so he's on low wounds. And then this is a little bit later. And so, yeah, we got these guys chaffed up pretty good. Looks like in the back. Oh, what are those?
You did 2 wounds with the spearbacks.
Yeah, so these guys were pretty lackluster these first 2 rounds of shooting, only peeling off a couple Corsairs, but they turn up later on.
And we had Flaming Sword on the skinks, but they do like only 1 wound to the spearback. And then this was crazy. I thought we were about to get steamrolled at this point. Actually, we should have got. So his assassin charged out of the unit at the Arcane Engine. This was just really poor generalship on us.
Yeah, he saw this great opportunity, because if that guy gets into that engine, it's a flank charge, and then he's overrunning straight into the Thyroscutus next to it.
And I want to say it was like an 11-inch charge, and he just rolled too low.
Yeah, rolled too low.
He needed like a 5 or something, 5 or a 6, and he just couldn't get it.
Yeah, he's getting those multiple wounds with the Midnight Cloak. It was just going to be really bad for us.
This is the rest of the movement phase. They kind of stayed back. The Hydra gets in position to start flanking.
Mm-hmm.
The skinks lose to this guy in combat. They flee. They get away.
Yeah, and then our next turn. For movement, now that his assassin failed his charge, we have that Scarvet on his Raptor sitting right there. We pass our stupidity check, get into that guy. I think also on their turn they failed that stupidity roll on his Raptor
it's
chariot,
coming up.
right?
It's coming up, actually.
Okay.
So we actually charged the heavy infantry into these Dancers of Yama.
Yeah, because they just moved them up super close to us.
And just beat them with combat res, but we couldn't catch them.
And then so in this challenge type situation, we were going back and forth with it to begin with. But, we figured maybe he'll do... It's all up to the multiple wounds, essentially, that this assassin can do. If he can ace my guy with the 3 wounds by getting 1 wound through, better... We forgot about the armor piercing. Yeah, so the armor piercing. So my guy, he has a 1-up, 5-up. Neil ends up getting 1 wound through. Only multiplies.
He did 1 lethal strike.
1 lethal strike?
And he did 1 more wound.
Right, but only one of them.
No, you failed both armor saves.
But I passed one of the ward saves. And then the multiple wound that goes through, he does. I think it was only 1 wound.
Just 1 wound.
And then I go back and I just smoke the guy.
So because he was running the shooting assassin.
Right. So
no ward save on him.
No ward save. Pretty brutal.
Good job, veteran.
Oh, it was scary. So also from this picture, you can see we kept the spearbacks there to keep continue to chaff the Corsairs. End up getting more shooting into them and take off like another 7 or so. So the spearbacks are really turning up on those guys. I think there's only like 5 or 6 of them left.
Yeah, it's really bad. And then at the start of Lostos Dice Funnelers, turn 4, the captain on the Raptor turret fails stupidity.
Failed the stupidity. This was brutal.
He goes like 6 inches forward, but yeah, this was really rough for him. Losing assassin and then failing stupidity.
Yeah.
It's pretty rough.
Yep, very tough.
And I want to say the Corsairs charge.
And then, did we stand and shoot?
And we stand and shot and just did a bunch of damage.
I think so. It doesn't look like a very good angle here, but I'm pretty sure we were still able to stand and shoot.
Yeah, I don't know.
A little goofy.
Something. And then...
Chameleons rallied.
Yep.
And then I think stand and shoot against
They rallied last time, and I think they stand and shoot again, yeah. And then this was bad. Since the swordsman charged forward, they actually gave a flank to the Saurus unit.
Ah, that's what it was.
So this is a picture of the Corsairs fleeing from the sand chute.
Yep.
And then this is the Hydra getting into the Thyrscutus.
And then Saurus getting into the flank of those swordsmen.
Yeah. Saurian warriors. Take a drink.
Oh,
this is a picture of the spearback beating those skinks again. They just kind of kept fighting all game.
Yep. Didn't do a whole lot, unfortunately.
And then this is a picture, lost a ton of heavy infantry.
Yeah, and then they just decided to reform.
They just went
instead
deep.
of chasing.
They just went really, I think they went like 5x5 or something like that.
Yep. This is after combat with the Hydra. The Thyrscutus actually does a crush attack, gets through the regen save of the Hydra, and does 2 wounds to it. I don't know if he did any wounds to the
No, I think he must have passed like leadership 5. It was probably leadership 6. He probably had a charge. It had a wound from like a fireball from earlier. So I think it was like a charge, 2 wounds to 0, and he probably just passes leadership 6.
Yeah, must have been. All right, and so top of turn 4 for Triple V, we get a sweet charge. This is actually into the front of the Saurus warriors. He didn't.
Yeah, it looks a little bit weird the way he reformed,
but yeah. So these guys are getting in, doing some little Saurian Ancient on Saurian Ancient action.
And then the swordsman rallying, which was really nice.
Yep. Then we start getting into magic. We really just focus on buffing up this unit. Looks like we get a 5-up ward save. I think we also got +2 weapon skill, +2 initiative.
Yep, we got know the enemy off too from the arcane engine.
And then they're also within range of both the arcane engine for distracting and poison from the Thyrscutus. This is from shooting, just cleaning up the last of those Corsairs with spearbacks. And then this is combat. So we clear through a ton of Saurus. Just with all the hatred and then poison, it's just doing lots of work.
Yeah, Cayman's ripped through the Saurian.
Yeah, strength 6 with the Cayman is just really good. Yeah, with all those.
Because I don't think the skinks really did that much damage.
Probably just a few poisons, but then it's not doing much to the armor.
Yeah, but the Cayman's just ripped them apart.
And then they're not able to do a whole lot back to us. They kill a Cayman, they kill a few skinks, but we end up beating them in combat, but not, I think, chasing them down.
Nope,
right?
They went like 8 inches and we went 7.
So that was a few times now. Yep. We just haven't been able to catch stuff we've gotten beaten in combat.
Because at the start of turn 5, we're only an inch away. We get flank charged by the Torsaur and the Dancers of Yama.
Yep.
The captain on the Raptor chariot fails stupidity
again.
Oh, so bad for Neil.
Yeah, it was pretty bad for him at this point.
Yeah, especially because I mean, like he could have just cleared up those spearbacks or points.
Oh, easy.
Like they're chaffing him. They wanted it to be charged.
Yeah, so then he gets into the flank here with the Torosaur as well as the Dancers. This does not look too fun for us.
Well, this is into combat, actually. We made enough ward saves to stick around, basically.
Okay, yeah, so we did a wound to the Torosaur. One of the skinks did that somehow. Yeah, we stuck around.
Yeah, we were just really lucky to stick around. And then the Hydra on Thyroscutus, the Hydra did 2 more wounds.
Yeah, we weren't able to hit with our Crush attack, or he may have saved the regen save this round.
Yep.
But I think, we just stick around, right?
Yeah, we just stuck around. Well, we had the Prelate was nearby for a reroll. And
decent
it was probably like leadership 5 with Cold-Blooded. That's not too bad.
No, not terrible.
With a reroll. So, yeah, they stuck around. That was nice. So, and then the start of Triple V turn 5. The Swordsman charged the rear of the Dancers. And then this is what the board is looking like. So the Wizard is in the middle of this screen. He was hiding behind hill for a long time because the Spearback was threatening him after he blue balls Skinks. He basically just gets in range to cast Flaming Sword on the Thyroscutus.
Kind of last-ditch effort trying to get rid of this Hydra.
We moved the Knights near the center of the board because the objective is hold the center. So now we got 2 scoring units there.
Those are the Flaming Swords. Hopefully that goes through.
And then
we get a few more spells.
We got the 5-up ward save off again.
Yep.
And then this was amazing.
This was like last thing of the game here.
Yeah.
Thyroscutus, going into the Hydra, managed to flick off 2 wounds before it could strike.
The crazy thing is the Hydra does 2 more wounds, and the Hydra's only strength 5 with 2 armor saves.
Right.
And you fail 2 more 4-ups.
Yep.
And we thought it was dead, but then we realized the Skinks go first.
Right.
The Skinks got what? Strength 3 attacks?
Strength 3 attacks.
But now they got Flaming Sword.
But they have Flaming Sword.
So they hit twice and they wound twice.
Yep. And he fails both
armor saves. He gets 0 regions. And the Hydra dies.
Kills the Hydra before initiative.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That was so funny. That was really lucky.
Yeah, it was a nice swing of points, that's for sure.
So this was the last picture of the game. Everything held in combat.
Yeah, it's just one big combat line. Nothing really changed much. They couldn't do a whole lot of wounds to the Scrox units because we got that 5 ward save going.
Oh, I think we just made enough ward saves, and again.
Yeah, and then he was making his ward saves against your Prelate with Dancers.
Yeah, and I think the Torosaur also.
I think we plinked another wound through on him.
Well, I think the Torosaur was rolling really low for his
Thunderstomps.
Like 1 or 2 Thunderstomps, not really doing any wounds. So yeah, we just kind of luck out honestly again here.
Everything sticks. We make sure we have all our scoring in the center to get the objective.
Yep. Because it's the 2 units. The Skinks and the Caimans versus the Knights against the 1 Unisaurian Warriors. So, pretty good. This game's a 15-5 for us.
Yeah, 15-5 after objectives. It was kind of crazy. A few stupidity checks, I think, on Neil's chariot guy at the end.
Yeah, that was insane.
The assassin combat was pretty huge.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty great game, though.
Yeah. Game 3.
Woo! So
fighting the Ringers.
Yeah, so we're looking at 20. We're at 20 points right now.
Yes.
Right?
Which is okay.
So we're kind of like probably top 3rd.
I don't know. I mean, that's like 20 out of 60 possible points. It seems kind of low.
Out of 40 possible points.
Well, right now, I guess 20 out of 40, yeah.
Right.
But that's like middle of the pack, I guess.
Yeah. So it's not looking too good. We're fighting the Ringers. This is Phil Carl and Tom Baker.
Tom Baker. I believe. Very basic lists.
Yeah, basic. They got some Demon Legions, and they also have some Sylvan Elves.
Basically, they're just going to run forward and punch you with things.
Yeah, they don't have much shooting, hardly any magic.
Just some divination magic. That's about it, really.
I think he had shooting on his big block of Dryads, maybe?
No,
not
nothing.
even that?
No.
But yeah, let's jump into the list real quick.
Well, honestly,
just keep going.
I think they'll just let him read it, because I feel like it's such a straightforward concept, So, but this is their deployment. They did, starting on the left, 6 Thicket Beasts, 25 something Dryads, Avatar of Nature, big Pestilence block with a Herald.
I think these are the Dryads, and the other ones are
that's right, yeah, sorry. The
Nurgle Bros.
Pestilence block is between all the forest stuff.
Yeah, Tallymen are on the left
and then 5 Furies and
Demon Engine.
Yeah, that's it. It's like, there's not a lot of units in this list, but they're all tough units.
Very tough, for sure.
So then looking at our deployment, we lined up a kind of A little bit in the corner still again because we got that shooting and that magic to try and do some stuff.
Yeah, we're really trying to use that hill in the middle. That's their forest that plays down to the left of it. So we're trying to really.
That forest looks huge.
It's a big forest, but it's the fair size.
You get like 6 inches. Is it too big? It's 6 inches diameter, isn't it?
It's 6 by 10.
But
that's fair size then.
Oh, but isn't
not. Who measured it?
Well, no, because isn't it 6 inches in diameter is what you get?
That's what you used. It's 6 by 10.
That's so big.
That's huge.
God, that's huge. But forests, just in general, all terrain features are pretty big.
This battle report's now featuring Alex Meyer. He's been sitting here painting all game. You'll get to see him in a second. So yeah, we just lined up basically, very similar deployment. The only thing special is we had a unit of 5 knights on the flank because it's breakthrough. And
yeah, we're just trying to get these guys to sneak through at the end of the game, get some.
They snuck through on like turn 2. And just they were there. So turn 1 goes to the ringers. They push everything up.
Yep.
They only had buff divination magic too.
Yeah, just from.
So I think we stopped the hard target spell, and that was about it.
Yeah, we just wanted to be able to shoot them up.
So and then this is also our turn 1, same picture. We just pushed up some of our shooting to do a little chaff.
I don't know if this is quite forward enough because we did use these knights on the left side to come and chaff the thicket beasts as well as I think the Avatar of Nature.
Yes, yeah. And the pestilence block.
Yep, and so they were pulling triple coverage there, which is pretty awesome.
And then, so it actually looks like we backed up a bit.
Ooh, okay, yeah. So we did only block the thicket beast. Then.
Yeah, that might have been before deployment or something like that. I don't know what that picture was previously. So we actually just backed up both the skinks and the spearbacks.
Yeah, got the knights up there just to make sure the thicket beast couldn't get some easy charges into the Cayman, and we're aggressive otherwise.
And then on turn 2 ringers, they move up again, and they charge both those units into the knights. They do a little magic.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, who cares? It's just divination buffs. You're gonna kill these knights, and they kill these knights.
Yep. Nothing too spectacular.
So turn 2, I don't know if you can see those little triangle dice next to the Avatar of Nature. This is where things get spicy. So an interesting thing about the Buckeye Battles double event is Jeff always does a raffle, which I like at Buckeye Battles. And this year for the doubles, you could get tickets to use during your game, and they give you rerolls. So once per game, you could have 1 reroll of anything.
Per person. So
per
really
person.
It was 2 rerolls per
Each team has 2 rerolls. So we didn't purchase tickets till game 2, and they didn't help us in game 2. But in this game, the cannon hit the previous turn. It wounded. They failed their ward save, and I rolled 2 wounds. And I was like, you know what? I got these tickets. Let me reroll that. I reroll it. We get 4 wounds. And
awesome potential.
And then this is crazy. Then they're like, oh, we got tickets. Let us reroll that ward save. And we didn't even really think about how, like, they're reeling a ward save that's already happened, but we let them do it. But they fail it again.
Right.
And we still have 4 wounds in the Avatar of Nature.
4 wounds through. He's got 2 wounds left. It's a lot more precarious for that guy going forward.
And we did the 4 wounds on turn 1, and it really disappointed Alex here that he had to shake his head while painting. And then on our turn 2, the veteran charges the demon engine.
This was a pretty crazy combat.
Yeah. And then you attempted to charge the thicket beast too, but you failed with the skinks and the cayman.
Yes, that's right. So then we just chaff them with the skinks.
Yeah, and we just threw some magic at them too. In the magic phase, we throw up the 5-up ward save on the block just in case the Avatar of Nature.
Yeah, if we can't take care of it with shooting, we at least have some sort of backup strategy there.
But we kill it in the shooting phase.
Because, it was that first round of shooting, we did the 4 wounds, and we were able to plink off these 2 wounds in this second round.
Yeah.
So
Cannon just hit wounding twice in a row.
Cannon turning
out
the
ward save.
Yeah, really making its points. Because otherwise, I don't know, that guy's pretty tough to deal with.
He would have been really annoying. I mean, I think the Caymans could have done some damage. This also upset Alex again.
Another Alex head chick.
No, this was crazy
too.
too.
Combat, yes. So Scarvet goes in.
Take a drink.
Damn it, veteran, warlord bro, goes in, does a few wounds.
Firstborn veteran on a raptor.
Yeah. Goes in, does a few wounds to the engine, and doesn't take any in return. I think they might have even tried to do a crush.
I think you did 3 wounds.
3 wounds even?
No, they don't have a crush attack.
They do.
They do?
Attack.
But
regardless, he didn't do any wounds to me. I did a few wounds, beat it through combat res, and it just pops.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
It was awesome. We chaffed, I think, with the chameleons, it looks like, right?
Yeah. on the
And then he
Dryads.
just turns around, getting ready to smoke some people.
So turn 3 ringers, they just kind of get in a combat in a couple places, I think, with the chaff, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Cast a little bit of magic.
Thicket beasts are stuck in the forest still. Gets to our turn.
So on pretty much the rest of this game wraps up really fast, I feel like.
Yeah, once they lost that Avatar of Nature, they kind of lost a lot of the oomph in the way.
So we actually missed the Tallymen got beat by this block here, which actually, if you look, you can see they're defeated a little bit.
They've been depleted.
They've been depleted a little bit.
But yeah, we popped those Tallymen.
We popped the Tallymen and run around a combat. And I think that's where the Scary vet, or the veteran, failed his charge. Because he failed to charge into something.
He was maybe trying to get into
he was trying to get into their flank.
Maybe.
And he failed to charge, but we didn't even need him.
Right.
Because we just killed the Tallyman in one round.
So then we just reform and start looking at the Thicket Beast for this next round.
And, this is where I think the Furies killed the Swordsmen.
No way.
I think they got a flank charge and just some really bad dice. I think that's why they're on the edge of the board like that, I swear. I know the Swordsman fled off the board.
Right.
I don't remember how, though. So we're pretty sure what happened to the Swordsman is the Dryads went in the front and the Furies went in the flank.
Like the flank?
And nobody did a lot of wounds because we were distracting and they're only strength 4 and the Furies aren't very strong.
So they just beat us by a little bit because of the flank charge and whatnot.
And then we just failed 2 leadership 8 tests and fled off the board. Because this is like turn 4 right here with the Dryads coming into the skink came in.
Because they charged us.
Yes. They came out of the forest finally. But this is us getting 3 buffs off in a row. Which was kind of funny because I don't know why we didn't really need Flaming and Rerolled Wound because Rerolled Wound, Flaming gave us Rerolled Wound.
We realized that right after we cast it and we were like, we're not going to take it back.
Yeah. But we beat the Thicket Beasts eventually.
They failed their stubborn.
Final. Actually, no, they weren't stubborn because they were out of the forest.
It's because they have, I thought, bodyguard with...
We killed that guy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So he's dead. We chased him down, got their points.
And then pretty much for the rest of the game, we clean up on everything else. The Pyromancy guy kills these Furies. And the Thyroscutus and the veteran on the Raptor are stuck in combat with the Dryads the rest of the game.
Yep.
The Cayman unit makes it to the other side of the board to be another scoring unit so we can get the breakthrough objective.
Yep. And because we still have those knights on the far right side securing that.
And then, this is where the game ends, basically. This grinding combat right here.
Yep. Can't do enough wounds to them to break them.
Yep. They keep passing leadership tests. So.
And big win for...
huge win. We get a 19-1 right here. Yeah. It's like really our only really strong win.
It was a big win.
The interesting thing is we end up getting 4th place overall.
Yeah. 4th place because there was, 2016?
There were 2016 52 people. That was actually the biggest. I think that's the biggest Buckeyes double I've ever seen, actually.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Which was really cool that we could get more people out there.
I think we got, best sports?
We got best sports. So apparently,
or it was second best sports.
Apparently, we tied for sports with our first round opponents, 2014 Buckeye Legends.
Yep.
And they beat us by 1 battle point. They got a 20-0 their last game. I think they got a 15-5, then they got a 5, then they got a 20-0. We got a 19-1. So they beat us by 1 point.
And then they had a few extra glasses laying around.
So they just gave us glasses. So that was really cool. So we won Buckeye glasses.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, beer glasses.
For sure.
Yeah, but that's how the game wraps up.
Yeah, it was a really awesome, fun time.
You know what, Maxwell? I had a great time playing with
Charles. I had the best time playing.
Although I told Drewski that I'll always play after this.
Wow. All right. Have fun with that paint score.
Yeah. All right. This is Charles Maxwell.
Signing off.
Yeah, we'll see you guys later.
Adios.